here, we'll move to a rich stimulation of the glute and IT bands. So there's options. Like Monica, you could come into Swan pose. It's the yin variation of pigeon, as it's less assertive, so there's less of a drive to get the shin to the front of the mat or to flex the front foot. As long as there's nothing tweaky, nothing electric in the front knee, we're looking, the target area in any shape is this outer hip, glute, and IT band. Pigeon's nice because it allows a little extra stress on the back hip flexor. Or as we look at square and shoelace, as the ladies move into forward bends, again looking to get this in the outer hip and IT. Square has similar orientation with the knees and hips, so if the knee doesn't work for you in one, it might not in the other. What's nice about this shape is it's getting both hips at the same time, as is shoelace. And unlike square, shoelace crosses the midline, so for some bodies it's a little more beneficial for sciatica and different things around that area. As you can see, props can be really nice under the glutes to sit on or under the knees to support the bones. Anytime anything's elevated, props can be nice. If none of these versions are working for you, or you just want something that feels even less stimulating, taking eye of the needle, sometimes called swan or pigeon, on the wall. And using a wall is nice, although not necessary, because the wall will support you, so you don't need to support your legs. What it allows, and what you can see Brian doing, is he can use his one hand to press away on the bent knee and maybe get a little more resistance or a little more stimulation in the outer hip. Wherever you are, adjust anytime you need, and then otherwise give yourself permission to go down heavy and be fidget-free. Continue to scan the body for places to relax below your ribs, below the waist. Your IT band can hold up a car, so it can most likely hold up the weight of your body. I share this to give you some trust in your body's structure and support some release in your body's muscles. Likewise, release any tension you can in the neck, in the jaw, in the skull. As you breathe down into sensations in the outer hip, maybe the back hip crease. And breathe out as you yield or surrender to gravity. The yin tissue we stimulate in these shapes, the fascia, the ligament tissue, is more like taffy than the muscles, which are a little more like rubber bands, in that it takes some time and some deep stimulation for the body to really get its elongation and useful stress. So we give ourselves time in this shape to just be present and breathe with sensations, with emotions, with thoughts. And notice how the pose changes over time. The layers of muscles peeling away and the rhythms of our body increasing in intensity and then yielding to something a little more gentle. Wherever you are, take 3 more gentle and generous breaths in and out of this shape. Your next breath in and out completely. Thank you for breathing slow. You can begin to inhale out to the other side. So again, from swan pose, maybe down dog, or wherever you want to go to transition to the other side, there's no hurry. If you're seated, maybe just uncrossing the legs, straightening the knees for a moment before taking the same shape. And if you're an eye of the needle like Brian, it can be nice to send the legs up the wall for a moment and then come into this on the other side in your own time. It's really important, quite crucial, that you don't feel rushed in this. don't need to accelerate our heart rates. The yoga practice is everything between the shapes too. So enjoy all of the in-between. Enjoy the yin to yang continuum. There's no absolutes in this practice. And then set yourself up eventually with any props that you find helpful. Most likely whatever you did on the other side. And then come forward and down to the forearms or all the way down to the forehead as your body allows. And breathe here into where you land, into the outer hips and into the low back. Particularly give your hands and your eyeballs permission to relax. We do a lot with our hands and with our eyes in our waking hours, and they're both really connected to our brain's activity. So one way to soothe and calm the mind is to really go placid in the hands and really let that root of the eyeballs soften, whether they're open or closed. Let your body be supple and in a place of receptivity. Yin by nature is spaciousness. It's the holding. It's the container you create for yourself and as a result for others. And it starts with listening. One of the best gifts you can give to your body, to your family members, your friends, your pets, is to listen. And one of the best ways I find to listen to my own body and to those around me is to breathe. To stay in a place of being willing to receive. Like taffy, these poses take time to open up, create space, create length. And like taffy, they're going to take time to recontract, to reintegrate, and come back together as you come out. Let's take a few more big breaths in and out. If you can find a new place to do less in your body. Part of this stillness is allowing the teaching or the wisdom that exists in this shape to surface. There's an intelligence in the yoga poses that your body can connect with on a cellular level. It has very little to do with anything I say or anything that you do or don't know. One more in and out of your willingness to listen and be present. And as you feel ready, use the inhale to inspire you to lift back up. Going somewhere neutral. If your legs are on the wall, send them straight up the wall. If you're in swan pose, down dog, maybe before child's pose. And if you're seated, you could straighten your legs for a moment. And sighing or moaning through any of these transitions is fully appropriate and might feel really good for you.